Here's some right here.
Oh, there it is. There's some.
It looks like it's going that way. Shine your light. Oh, saw.
There it is.
That's it.
There it is, baby. Uh-oh.
Don't fall.
Let's see if it's as big a buck as you said now.
Hey everybody. So it's October, snowing out a little bit here at my house. Cold weather, coldest weather we've seen so far, in the 20s today. Leaves are falling, the woods are good and crunchy. And man, it's deer time. We've got some highlights and some hunts that we've had so far this year. Me and Warren's hunted some, and the Carvers has hunted. Silas killed his first compound bow buck. I believe it's his first one. Forgive me if it's not, Silas, but I believe it is.
I'm not lying. Tim came to 9.
No, it's a 10. Son! Atta boy. Good shot, man.
His sister Riley, well, it's okay, Riley, it happens to all of us. Just had some good hunts. Me and Warren's went a few times, like I said, and we've enjoyed it. We've had some fun, and with all these leaves falling, the woods get good and crunchy. You can hear deer coming a long way. But it also gets me thinking about something else. Something else that can make a lot of noise in the woods, and all hunters know this if you bow hunt. And it's that old Squirrel carolinensis. I think I said that right. Hold on just a second.
Squirrel carolinensis.
Yep, I said it right. That's the old eastern gray squirrel. That 2-pound, 12-inch rodent has been causing hunters heartaches for years. I shot one time with a bow. If you don't believe me, I've got a friend that can back me up on that. My niece shot one of them's tail off one time. That was pretty funny. Anyway, but that gray squirrel, that rodent, I know deer hunters that can tell you when a deer's walking through the woods. They hear a crunch, they hear a stick break, they can automatically assume that's a deer. I know deer hunters that can hear a deer walking, and they can tell you that if it's a buck without even seeing it, just by the way it's walking. But it amazes me how that 2-pound rodent can sound like a 300-pound animal in the woods. How many times they have startled me and made me think, got my heart racing, and made me think, you know what, that's a deer coming. Several times, at least once or twice a hunt. Anyway, they're just doing their job, you know. Getting you all tore up, turning the world upside down, turning your hunt upside down. Speaking of turning upside down, there's a story in the Bible about 2 men that turned the world upside down. That was actually the words that was used, was they turned the world upside down. Paul and Silas in Acts chapter 17 are doing what God had called them to do. They were going into this town and they were telling these people that Jesus is the Christ. He's the one they've been looking for. They were all about Jesus' business, doing His work, doing His plan. They went in this town and started telling this, and the Jewish rulers got upset, and they formed this mob, and they went after some of the new converts. And the Jewish rulers, they pulled these new converts out of their homes, and they pulled them in amongst the rulers and said, look, these men that have turned the world upside down have been here. Here's proof of it. And man, that got me to thinking. That got me to thinking. You always hear that old saying, if you were convicted of being a Christian, would there be enough proof to convict you of that? But Paul and Silas was doing what God had called them to do. These people that had heard this life-changing gospel were living on what they believed. And they was the proof that Christ was changing things. That same gospel that Paul and Silas was telling and preaching about is the same gospel that we still have in our hearts today. If we're a Christian, that's the same gospel. That's the same Jesus. That's the same power. That's the same authority. I still believe that the gospel is changing things. That the gospel is changing people's lives, bringing them out of addictions and changing relationships and changing people's eternal destination, giving people hope. I still believe in this gospel. And people, if you look around in the world today, man, we need that gospel. We need that gospel. Can the world grab you and bring you in front of the world and say, look, here's proof that Christ is still at work? This gospel that can change the world and can turn the world upside down from what it is. It's what we have in our hearts. Are we living it? Are we showing it? Are we proof? Can people see the proof in us and say, look, here's proof that Jesus is still at work? Just wanted to show you some highlights of some hunts. I hope you enjoy this, and keep that in mind, Christian. And my heart is really heavy for men right now, and has been. If Christ is living inside you, is there proof of it? Can people see it? Can people see that life-changing gospel is in you, and that it can change people's lives and turn the world upside down? Love y'all.